This is the ninth Taiku in Talmud Bavli. Taiku is an unresolved question, and there are several hundred of them in the Talmud, the Babylonian Talmud, Talmud Bavli, and there is a rabbi by the name of Rabbi Aharon Yehoshua Pessin, who put together a sefer, a book called Taiku, which is a compilation of all the Taikus in Shas, and I'm following that work and doing my own version of that and drawing from the order that he put together, because he found them, and I'm just looking at his book and doing them, actually reading the Talmud where it results in Taiku. And this is the ninth Taiku that occurs in the Babylonian Talmud. The ninth unresolved question, which, as tradition has it, we must wait until the coming of Messiah and Elijah, who will herald the coming of Messiah, and we will have the answer to this Taiku. And this is it. It's in the Tractate of Shabbat, page 52a, with the words de tistosav da'ate. De tistosav da'ate amar le chamor she'askav ra'im kegon ze mahu latzeis b'purum yevashabes amar le hachi amar avuch mishmei de Shmuel haloche kechananya. So this is apparently in the middle of an idea, but it's not germane to the Taiku. So sometimes I'm basically drawing on his work, and he puts sometimes a little bit before, or is it some Gemaras that go even before the Taiku, that's not actually the Taiku itself. Maybe he does that in order to get you kind of prepared for it. But so it's the middle of an idea. It just says he will be placated and will understand that it was not my intention to disrespect him. He said to him, an undisciplined donkey whose conduct is wicked like this one that I'm writing. This would be great. This is in Parshas no. Scratch that. I was going to say Parshas Balak, but the donkey wasn't wicked. It was Bilam who was wicked. But anyway, okay. So he's saying that an undisciplined donkey whose conduct is wicked, like this one that I'm writing, what is the ruling with regard to having it go out with a halter on Shabbat? Okay, so I think he's talking about putting a halter on a horse or a donkey on Shabbat. Typically, in order to secure a donkey, a bit suffices, and it does not require a halter. A halter constitutes excessive security. However, the question is whether or not a halter that provides excessive security for a wild donkey like this one is considered a burden with which it is prohibited to go out to the public domain on Shabbat. Rava bar Rav Huna said to him, even if the security is considered extraneous, your father said the following in the name of Shmuel. The halacha is in accordance with the opinion of Hananya, who said that a device that provides excessive security is not considered a burden. So I guess he would permit it. Anyway, now we continue, and this will result in taking. Tan de Menashia Oz שחקק לה בין קרניה יוצא באפסר ושבס בואי רב יוסף תחב לה בזקנה מהו כיוון דאית מנח לה כאב לה עטיה לנתוכה או דילמה זמנין דרפה ונפיל ועטל עטויה Arba'a amot b'rishut harabim Taiku. A sage of the school of Menashia taught in a Braita. a goat in which one carved out a hole in between its horns may go out with a bit on Shabbat, because the bit is inserted through the hole, it will not become detached. Rav Yosef raised a dilemma. What is the ruling in a case where one inserted the bit through the goat's beard? The Gemara explains the dilemma. Is the halakha... Wait a minute. You insert a bit through the beard, how will it stay? I don't get that. Okay, anyway, they want to know if you inserted a bit through the goat's beard. The Gemara explains the dilemma. Is the halakha that since if the goat attempts to sever itself from the bit, it would cause it pain because the bit is attached to its beard? That's painful anyway. I mean, how do you keep the bit attached to the beard? You tie a rope to it? That's painful all the time. That's Sar Balachayim. That's its own Taiku. But anyway, I would say it's Usher because it's Sar Balachayim, and Sar Balachayim is Usher. It's a good one. Anyway, okay. Is the halacha that since if the goat attempts to sever itself from the bit, it would cause it pain because the bit is attached to its beard, and therefore it will not come to sever it, and the bit will remain in place? Or perhaps is the halacha sometimes the knot will loosen and the bit will fall, and the goat's owner will come to bring the bit and carry it for cubits in the public domain? Okay, no resolution was found to this dilemma. Let it stand unresolved, and when Messiah comes and Elijah the prophet comes to herald the coming of Messiah, we will know the answer to this question.